fear? How is it that fear is not showing up in my life? And just make a list. That's one way. That's an interesting try. Okay. How does one practice patience, love, and tolerance? That is so big in today's world, isn't it? I don't know. I always start out with I don't know because I don't. How does one practice patience, love, and tolerance? Such big terms, big words. We've got some pretty rote answers that we know, but I think the question is how do we do it? We know what to do, to not do, to love and to be patient and to be tolerant, but how do you actually do that? And as I'm thinking about that, I think it might, for an interesting try, as religious scientists, this might be an interesting experiment. Try thinking about whoever we are not tolerant of, whoever we are not patient with, whoever we are not loving. Think of them as a child. Think of them as a child. Because that's pretty hard not to be loving, patient, and tolerant of a child. Even when they're having a temper tantrum. Even when they're standing in the middle of the grocery store going, Captain Crunch, Captain Crunch! You get them down the next aisle and they see oatmeal or something or whatever it is, a little toy. They're done with Captain Crunch. They're on to something else. It's only temporary. It's only going to last for a second or two. So I think if we were to apply that idea, because the meek shall inherit the earth, be childlike is what the great Wayshower said. And children tend to like other children for the most part. So I think that might be a good answer for that, how to practice patience, tolerance, and love. Turn whatever the other is, because if you're not tolerant of them or not patient of them and not loving them, you've probably turned them into a them anyway, all right? And so if you can switch away from othering someone and recognize that we are all here in this journey called life, moving in a direction that is toward a higher level of life, we may have the answer to being more loving, more tolerant, and more patient. Stop labeling. Recognize that labeling is just part of what we do. We were the Adam's charge was to name stuff. That's what we do. We're going to name stuff. We're going to identify things. We have words. We have to figure out how to describe it, and that's going to look like a label. But we just have to know that's not to get attached to that, adding extra layers to the label, And I understand what you're saying, don't label. But I don't want us to walk around spiritual bypassing like it's all good and we're all one and there's no difference and I don't see color and all that kind of stuff. Because that's ridiculous. You do see color, and there are differences, and we recognize there are differences. But to understand our biases, we were talking about confirmation bias in the office this morning. Things happen that make us want to believe that we are true about what we're thinking. So when you kind of find yourself rolling down that pathway, think, is that really true? Is that really true what I'm thinking about that person? Does that label really describe them? Is that all that they are? Because they're more than that. And that could be one of the helpers in that process. Yeah, thanks for the labeling idea. Okay, we're almost, gosh, these go fast. All right, I'm going to do another. Should I shift through the... I know who this is. I will talk to you afterwards. I know exactly. It's very specific. And I don't want to. Okay. Ooh. This is a smart person because they use the word triune. How does the triune creative nature of God reflect in the triune creative nature of people? What? First off, do you know what Rob, did you write this? Yes. Okay, so first off, you know what the triune nature is? Like seed, soil, and body. It takes three. It's the power of three. Three shows up everywhere. Beginning, middle, and end. It's like, oh, yeah, right. Thank you. Yes. Here's God, Here's the law, and here's the form, right? And things fall into form and become the experience of life. All right, so how does that happen? You have an idea. You go out and you think about this idea. Then you go make the idea happen, and the idea becomes a reality. So we're doing that all the time. We're actually living that idea of constantly creating things. We are the living experience of the triune nature. We're thinking an idea, we go to work to make the idea happen, and then next thing you know, there's a little model Mustang because we spent all day making it together with our grandson. That's the triune nature, and that's how we make it happen. Or in the case of Lena, oatmeal cookies. Okay, so last one. Wow. How do I explain spirituality to people who don't get it? How do I explain spirituality to people that don't get it? Don't. Don't waste your time. No. Yeah. That is a good question. Everybody has faith. I think everybody has faith. It's just what do they have faith in? And so I think it's about having a conversation and asking some questions to that person and begin with some questions like, well, what do you have faith in? I mean, like, what are some of the things you believe in? And why do you think that happens? And just get really curious without trying to convince them that there is a spiritual thing happening, because people don't recognize it. I mean, I blow atheists away when I tell them, well, that's your faith. They go, no, I don't believe in anything. Yeah, you do. You believe that there's nothing to believe in. You believe that there's no God. That's what you believe in. You have faith in that. I mean, you that's something you would go to your grave with, right? Well, science proves it. I said, oh, well, then you also have faith in science. Whoa, like you have two faiths. I just have one. You're on top of things. You're really doing great. So you just kind of reward them for what they believe in and just keep asking them the questions until they trap themselves into the space of understanding, oh gosh, I guess I do. Because spirituality is that. It's what is the depth? What motivates your life? What lifts you up spiritually? What gives you joy, comfort, and the power to move through your day. And if your comfort is found in science, if your comfort is found in believing that there is no God, that's your faith. That brings you a sense of soothing nature so you can walk around the earth and not freak out every day. There you go. That's your spiritual nature. A good friend of mine, his is football. He loves football. He doesn't own a team, but he roots for them. He's not even in that city, but he's toned into that idea. So I think that's the thing. Ask questions, get curious. Thanks for asking questions. Thanks for being curious. Let's go to the affirmation, which I think goes with what we're talking about, because in the bottom line, it all works out to be this thing right here. I make sense of the world as I remember there is only one thing happening, life. Yes. All right. While I pick up my trash, you should always leave a place cleaner than you found it. I'm going to ask you. Okay. All right, thank you. I'm going to keep these questions for later. I'm going to hold that question for the person who I know wrote it. And then, those are the ones that are done, so we'll put those over there. And now we're going to do our revealing prayer. And so this is that time when all those questions that didn't get answered, this is where you get the answer. Tune within. Recognize that there is only one thing happening, that is life. Contained within life, as in contained within every question, is the answer. The oak tree is in the acorn. The mandarin is in the seed. The thing is in the idea, and the idea is you coming to expression through this thing called life. We are all here in this triune journey of creation. So I welcome the opportunity to speak this word for each and every one, knowing that the questions that we have are being answered right here now from a depth of intelligence, a font of deep wisdom that resides within each and every one of us. And if you think you don't have the answer, let that idea go and know that the universe has the answer, and you may walk up to somebody who gives the answer to you that very day. You may turn the page on the notebook in your formal journal and say, oh, I wrote the answer down 5 years ago. You may click on the TV set, and right there, an announcer gives you the answer. You don't know what vehicle it's going to give to you, because the universe has many, many Many, many ways. I go and prepare a table. My Father's house has many mansions in it. That's what he means. That's what he means. There are many ways to receive the answers, and I know that the answer is being delivered right here and right now to those that need to know. I have a deep sense of confidence in this truth, and I trust it for each and every one of us. That's where my faith lies, in the divine, of which we are all a part. So I let this go now into an infinite law that delivers exactly what we need to know, tells us exactly how we need to do it, and allows us to do it right here and right now. And so it is. Sherry.
I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am divinity defined. I am God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. 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 I am light.
Thank you, Sherry. So we have a lot of ways that we support our spiritual community, one of which is the Christmas in July boutique. And to give us an update on how the boutique went this year, our head elf.
As everyone knows, this is a joint effort. It's a joint effort with not just my elves, helpers. It's a joint effort with all of you because you give, we put it out, and then somebody else buys. Circulation.
There it is.
Okay, so we did $1,120.
Nice.
And like I said, many years ago, this was a vision I had. And it was from a flippant comment Reverend Maggie made, actually. And I just couldn't get to the point I couldn't do it by myself anymore. So I had my chief elf, Pat, and she's wonderful.
Yes,
Absolutely. She's wonderful. And it was my vision the first time, and she said, let's make it happen. Well, as that first time went on, we saw, boy, we sure think a lot alike. We sure have a lot of the same ideas on what we want to do and how we want to do it. So then it became our vision. It's our vision, and then we put forth our vision. Okay? This is another example of how you can get involved in the center. You don't have to do Christmas in July. You don't have to do, set up the sound bath. You don't have to do those things. Even the littlest thing can make a difference. And then all of a sudden, that little thing, boy, I like this. I like being around these people. This is a lot of fun. And you start to look forward to it. And this is how I got involved. Okay? So it's just a little thing. So if you think that you don't have anything to offer, think again. You've got a lot in there. And Darlene is the perfect person to talk to. And she will tell you what on earth we need or what we don't need. And the other thing is, what's my motto?
Time, treasure, and talent.
Yes. So you can give your time, your talent, and everybody has some kind of talent. And our treasure doesn't have to be monetary treasure. And our monetary treasure can change, and we can step up some other treasure. So these are all things to think about, but I want to thank everyone. How did everybody like Ice Cream Social, by the way?
Yes. Group air floats.
Yes. Should we do this next year, too?
Ice cream social?
Yep.
Very good.
Okay, and everybody liked the potluck, too? Good. So these, again, this is an example. Maybe all you can do that you think I can't do anything, well, bring the spoons for the ice cream social. Or donate the napkins, whatever. These are all little things, and that's what I want you all to think about. What little thing can you do to help the center thrive?
Thank you, Diane. Beautiful. Thank you so much, and thank you for all that you do for your time, talent, and treasure. All right. Yes, absolutely. And these are some of the other ways that you can do the little things to help our center thrive and flourish. And we do an affirmation of abundance, which reaches into all the different areas Dan was talking about. It's not just the money that comes into your life. It's the ideas. It's your friendships. It's your whatever it is that you are calling for to expand in your life is covered in this affirmation. Let's do it together right now. Divine love. It's doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for the world, Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley, and me now. Divine love prevails. All right, so the ushers are going to come by to collect your gift. We really appreciate that. Some activities are showing up on the calendar. And I'm going to lead out. Olivia, did it happen? All right, so we had a little challenge with the live stream. If you'd like to go back during the week, it did come up sometime during the talk question answer period. So there's a lot of it there. Sorry, missed your first two songs, though, Patricia. Okay, thank you so much.
Breathe in, breathe out. Right? We had the song for that. And you can reach in and then reach out. It's all the law of circulation. So if you like what's going on here, then support the wonderful center in all the ways that we have possible. And we are so blessed to have just such wonderful contributions. It's all just working wonderfully because we're all part of the process. So that's it. Thank you.
One more song from Patricia. Another original.
All right. This one's called In My Own Skin. And I wrote this with Kendall Renee and Athena Marie. 3 women. We all have our own challenges of self-acceptance and 3 different generations. And we wrote this as a positive affirmation, and I hope that you will sing along with us.
Mm-hmm.
Social media's just illusion. It's like mind pollution. Oh, I could get lost in here. You got your selfies and your filters, self-esteem killers. Oh, it's time to clear the air. I won't be so damn critical. I know that I am beautiful. Oh, and I don't have to be perfect to be worth it. 'Cause I love myself, I deserve it. I deserve it. quit sizing up your real life by someone else's highlights. Oh, you know it's a show. 'Cause we don't always see what goes on behind the scenes. Oh, they could be hurting too. I won't be so damn critical. I know that I am beautiful and more than enough. And I don't have to be perfect to be worth it. Gonna love myself, I deserve it. I deserve it. I know where to begin. I'm starting from within. I'm beautiful in my own skin. In my own skin. Da 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 da. In my own skin. Da 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 da. And I won't mess up my mental health, won't compare myself to no one else, no. Hell no. My uniqueness is my greatness. I have my flaws, I celebrate them. Oh, oh. 'Cause I know I don't have to be perfect to be worth it. Gonna love myself, I deserve it. I deserve it. I don't have to be perfect to be worth it. Gonna love myself, I deserve it. I deserve it. I know where to begin. I'm starting from within. I'm beautiful in my own skin. In my own skin. Da 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 da. In my own skin. Da 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 da. In my own skin. Da 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 da. In my own skin. Da 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 da. In my own skin.
Yeah, right on.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
What a beautiful affirmation of truth. Perfect in my own skin. Beautiful day. Lovely things to thank folks for. Costa for being our lead on the service team today with help from Terry and Linda. John's in today. We get to say thank you for doing the signs. Usually you're out doing the signs. We don't get to say thank you to you. So thank you. I'm glad you're here. Glenn on the stage. And Olivia's our volunteer of the month, as you know. And I just got to thank her today because what I noticed about her was this level-headedness. The streaming program crashed like 5 minutes before service. So she had to get on the phone with Gregory. They had to reload, they had to actually download the program, reload the program, restart the computer. You may have noticed the slides went black for a minute and then they came back on because they shut everything down, reloaded the computer, started it over, and got the live stream going. And I never saw, she was just like,
Smooth.
I would have been, it's not working and I don't know what to do. No, there was no fire. There was no blaze. You didn't have to put a, no. She's like, and it's back on in my own skin. Totally level-headed. Thank you so much for that. Deborah on the slides. Yeah, Cindy, Joy, and Tracy back there with the Cosmic Kids today. Cheryl's going to be in the office. We got fellowship from Lena. And this woman, Patricia Bahia.
Yeah.
Oh, such great music. Your songs are so wonderful. I love them. And I love this band, Steve Fowler, Bob Townley, Randy Jones, Cheryl Robinson Collins, Cassandra Murillo, and our leader of the music, the queen, Sherry D. Like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, our sound bath. Here's some volunteers for the sound bath. Thank you so much to Deb, Pat, Ron, Craig Gonick and Cheryl and the Thursday meditation group, meditation group, because you have to clean all the chairs out and put all the chairs back. And thank you so much for doing that. And our weekly cleaning crew, Carolyn and Kathy and Denise, who come in on Thursdays to clean the space for us. So grateful to what you guys do. All right, a couple of things I want to remind you about. And let's see, the one is, boom, the pool party. All right, so here's what's really important. We need to know, I know, we got to really shift this. We have to shift this last minute thing. I know arms are open and there's going to be plenty of food there, but we kind of need to know how many of you are going to come. So if you could see that woman over there or that woman over there, that's Darlene or Cheryl, and tell them, I'm going to be there so we can have some burgers, enough burgers for everybody.
Yeah,
we want to make
need a
sure there's
count.
a lot there. There's a sign-up sheet? Well, now you're asking a lot. Now you want them to sign their name on something? Oh, you just tell Darlene your name, and she will write it down for you. This is how easy we're going to make this for you. You don't have to lift. You've already written questions today, so we're not going to ask you to write anything else. Just tell her that you're coming, so we'll have plenty of food, and bring your own snacks and stuff like that. And then, new member orientation. So this is really important for all of you that have not become members. If you're not sure if you're a member yet, then you should come anyway. It's going to be on Sunday, the 18th, right after service, and this is the path to becoming a governing member. And becoming a governing member does come with privileges. I won't tell you those privileges because you need to come to the thing to find out about them. But it's a cool thing to do. It'll be fun, and you'll find out more about our center that you may not have known, including some of the history of Science of Mind as well. So that's a good thing coming up on the 18th. Boom. Practitioner of the day is Reverend Rob. Do something. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Nader?
What you talking about?
I'm talking about what you gonna do. What you gonna do, Rob?
I'm going to be praying. So you want me to pray for you, which is, you put your consciousness into the law and then it happens, then I'll be over there. And if you're too shy, then you can write it on one of these little papers out by the box, and you put it in the box, and then I will pick those up, and then all of us will be praying for those.
Excellent.
So if you have faith in me, then you can just talk to me. But if you have faith in all of us,
Elaine's part of that.
yeah, there's more folks. Mm-hmm. So it's whatever you choose. But wait, there's more. We all have our business cards out there. So if there's someone that you particularly resonate with, go grab their card, give them a call.
Very good. Mm-hmm. I love it. Thank you so much. Let's stand, do our closing benediction, and we shall sing. All right. I'm at home in the heart of God. My life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love.
Here we go.
God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. Something awesome and incredible, and only He can get the glory. God is doing something wonderful, incredible and awesome. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. Something awesome and incredible, and only she can get the glory. God is doing something wonderful, incredible and awesome. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. Something awesome and incredible, and only He can get the glory. God is doing something wonderful, incredible and awesome. God is doing something wonderful as me.
Come on out this week. Elaine on Wednesday. Yeah, come join her.
Find out about the neuroscience of making stuff happen.